To the men of God who are actually serious about getting, well, no, that's just so a few leaves drop it. It's good. Okay. I'm excited for autumn and for when all the leaves drop. Anyway, for the men of God who actually value marriage and understand the importance of marriage, we need to have that sexual discipline of eventually turning down every woman. And it's going to be very tempting, right? And let's assume when you do eventually attract your spouse, you're going to be the most attractive version of you. Well, at least a lot more attractive than you were when you initially started out in your journey to just becoming a better person, self-growth, if you will. You're going to encounter a lot of beautiful females because you're going to be a lot more attractive, right? The men tend to peak in their 30s in terms of attraction, and it can extend to 40s and 50s and 60s. So let's say you want to get a child during that period. Well, you need to have that mental discipline to keep moving forward. You need to have that mental discipline to say no, because some people cannot. Some people cannot. And it's so important for your safety and for others' safety. You need to have that sexual discipline and discernment to say no. Because many celebrities, they get married into relationships and it crumbles. They don't have that sexual discipline to say no. And it ruins the marriage and, most importantly, the child, who's innocent in this matter, who's done nothing wrong. Done nothing wrong at all. But now they're ruined lives. Their lives are in shambles because of the parents and them not having the sexual discipline to just say no. And I'm primarily speaking about the men here. Yes, women do cheat too, and it's sickening. Oh, fell in a little pit. I hate to see it. And it's dark as well, I can't see. But you need to be able to say no, right? And I know it's hard, right? I know it's hard. Everyone has that natural sense, that natural desire of, you want to have sex with this person, you want to have sex with this person, as many people as possible. The act itself of pursuing said thoughts is wrong. However, there is nothing wrong with having the thought. Let's make that a norm. We're men, and like our female counterparts, we have those sexual cravings. We can't control that. It just comes to our head. Embrace the thought. I'm sure many of us have bad thoughts of doing something you never actually do. Doesn't mean you act on that. It just shows you're human, right? And emphasize through not acting on said habit. But I'm sure everyone's got bad thoughts. I remember last time I was shopping last year. One guy was at the shopping counter, I was behind him, he was taking too long with his coins. Part of me just wanted to push him over because I was getting so pissed off and I was in a battle of time and he was making it harder for me and the people at the back. And so, naturally you want to push the guy over, but it's morally wrong. So I was like, yeah, let me just keep being patient. That's another example. And we can translate that same self-discipline in the sense of not doing said acts which will, prevent you from living the life that you were actually set out to achieve through doing that. And the same can be applied, that same discipline can be applied in relationships. But many people don't. And this is why, personally, for me, I'm big on really knowing who you are. I'm taking my advice to you. I'm not just spouting crap, and I'm not going to take it myself, but I'm living what I'm saying. Personally, for me, especially when you're in your 20s, I turned 20 in about 5 months in a bit. 5 months or so in March, right? So, even now, and I'd imagine in your early 20s, you don't really know who you are yet, man. You don't even know what you're into. You don't even know what money, you even know what girls you're into. You haven't traveled the world. You haven't seen different cultures. You may think you're into the type of woman in your area, but then you travel to somewhere like Italy and you're actually into Italian women. You don't know. So get to know yourself a bit, man, and save some for yourself. Save some money for yourself, man, to enjoy your experiences, because a lot of men, they feel pressured by their women. The women may have certain life goals to achieve. You'd feel otherwise, right? And then what happens is you're too scared to say no, and then you go on with their life goals, and as a byproduct, it doesn't really end well for you because you were chasing the female life goals. Now, had you had the courage to speak up, it would have saved both of your marriages. one had genuine interest in you, you didn't because you were too scared. You were too scared to shatter her heart, which is ironic because long term you being a fool, a coward, in the sense of speaking up in that moment, it's only gonna hurt her more. So you chose long term pain from both standpoints in comparison to short term. And you can both move on and pursue what you wanted anyway. And God forbid the child's involved in her. So we need to now say no. And it goes back to the point of, you know, say you're gonna have to turn down a lot of women in marriage and whatnot. This is why I'm big on, when you're in your 20s, date a lot. Date all the pretty faces, yeah. Get out your system, because it's a real thing, guys. As childish as it may sound, it's a real thing. Date your hold on, it's quite hard to see in the dark. Date your women, date multiple women, see what you want, see what you're into. Right? It doesn't even have to be a long-term committed stuff. Just get used to like numbing the whole, get used to numbing the beauty dynamic. Because many men have this beauty drug. They see a beautiful woman and they just, all their IQ just goes out the window. They think so illogically. My mindset is, I don't see what's wrong with dating like tons of women prior to you getting into a long-term relationship and whatnot. So like, you've seen it all. You know what you're looking for. You know what you want. Yeah? And then it's like, okay. So when you choose a woman, you get your dream woman, your wife, and many other beautiful women are hitting on you too. It's not really going to tempt you as it would a 19-year-old. Most 19-year-olds at least. Because you've seen it all. You've dated this type, you've dated this type of woman. Yep, you probably, I don't recommend this, but let's say you probably smashed them with it. You're like, okay, cool, I've been through that, yeah, that else doesn't gonna work for me. You've been there and you've seen it. So quite similar to how it is like, what it is like for women too in high school. The women in high school getting approached by other men. I'd imagine social media too, right? Social media too. We cannot ignore that. So this is why when they're around my age, they're really mature already. They know what they want. They know they want kids, and they can be committed longer because they actually, and this is just the truth. When you're a woman, the opposite sex is gonna just naturally come up to you a lot more. So you're just having passive experience because they're coming to you. You're not really doing the pursuing. You're just existing, and they come to you. So they have their attention part scratched off naturally because they just come to them for being hot. It's not me hating. It's just me telling you the game. So in their minds, by the time they're in their 20s, they probably experienced hundreds of, if not thousands of men approaching them from their teenagers to, let's say, early 20s. Most of them know they want to have a child. Most of them panic when they don't have a child or are in a relationship. At 25. So they got their tick scratched off early. But when you're a young guy, you're not really going to be pulling chicks out there yet. You're just not. I don't. I barely do. He's going to want a 19-year-old who not have his life sorted out. The game's different, guys. The game's not the same. Yes, the game's the game. So for men, you don't stop pulling chicks until when you're like mid-20s, late 20s. So it's a bit later for us. And many men, because we didn't pull chicks in high school, right? You settle with the first woman. You see the first hot woman in your life that shows your attention. You go for that. And you think you will never have it again because you're in scarcity, you never experienced the abundance yet. But what you didn't know is it's not necessarily the first hot woman you'll get. You'll only have, but more so one of the many hot women that you'll have. But you didn't know that yet because you were living in scarcity, like I said before. And so you cut this woman down, you're the same age, you're probably of equal value, you've built yourself for a few years. Then you may not be attracted to her. You may have actually been attracted to those parts that you should have waited to build yourself up more. But you sacrificed your dreams for female life goals because you were in scarcity of sex. You thought, okay, if you say no to this woman, you'll never have that again. It's just stupid because there's more women than men in this world anyway. So it was bound to happen. You just lack that patience. And this is why when relationships happen and you are married in these scenarios, it's not really genuine and the energy is felt. from the both, messes up situations, and then when another woman comes along in this broken relationship, the man cheats. That's how it happens. It's not genuine. You guys aren't being truthful. You guys are just using each other for sex. Well, at least one of you guys were. The men in this context. And that's what I say to you guys, bro. Live your life, man. In terms of just don't be in a rush. Take your time. You know, they realize that men and women live in different timelines in terms of what they want. Women will want marriage, kids, mortgages a lot sooner than men do. Women do mature quicker mentally from, I'd say, about pretty much early school years to mid-20s, and late 20s, men start picking up. Some things you just know it, man. You know it. That's just happening. So take your time, man. Figure out what type of girls you like, what girls are into, date a bit. I don't see what's wrong with that. It's not sin or whatnot. It's not like you're fornicating with them. So I don't see the problem. So long as you're not in a relationship and you're dating, not really a sin. Just see which is for you, man. Get the experience. I don't see the problem with that. Go for it. It's better than you being in a committed relationship and you're like, yeah, and I don't really want you. I don't want that. Cause that's fucked up. And that's selfish, man. Both for the wife and the child. Because then you just wasted their years. Now they have no father. It's just not nice. Don't do that. Take your time.